All right, so those of you that follow and been following, you kind of know that been on this journey. And first we drove to New York, and from New York flew out to LA, and then flew back into New York and spent a couple of days in New York, spent a few days in LA as well. I guess the conversation is, what city do you like best, or what do you feel which city is best and why? Or is there no comparison and why? So, what are your thoughts, Elena D?
Okay, so my thoughts. I think, first of all, let me apologize that I'm not looking at the camera.
Yeah, because she's driving.
So, I want you guys to have more videos with us, alive and well. So, let's see. New York was nice. The second day. The first day it rained, like torrential rains. So that kind of put a damper on some of the activities that we had planned. But the next couple days we were able to go to Central Park, and that's a whole city in itself. So that was very nice. Then we went to an eatery, with this pizzeria where they had some very, very good pizza. And you got to walk the streets, and it was very nice and calm, and I was surprised that it was still New York.
You missed the first part though, the Times Square.
No, I'm getting there. This is the part of New York that I like. Times Square. I like Times Square because I like the hustle and bustle of it. I like all the bright lights and things like that. I did not like the smell. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's like a smell you can't describe that.
That's an easy pass up?
Yes. Oh, it's in here. Can you grab it? Sorry, guys. So, Times Square has this odor that's like pee. I don't like that. Kind of dirty. I don't like that. I also don't like the fact there's so many homeless people sleeping on the streets. Like, I don't like that either. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this go around with New York, I'm gonna give it like around a 7, because we also stayed in this hotel, and our rooms were so small. I couldn't believe it. It literally was like my college dorm room.
All right, so we'll have to do it just so they get some clear perspective. Hotel-wise, New York versus LA.
LA by far.
By far.
Give LA a 10. The hotel that we stayed in.
So as you guys, you know, so we traveled. We each had a room. We each had rooms in LA. We each had rooms in New York. So in New York, what you get for the money versus LA for just that point alone.
Yeah, New York, you lost. We could have put our rooms together,
and
it would still have been smaller than one hotel room.
Yeah.
In LA.
Yeah.
So we would have put both of our LA rooms together. We would have had apartments. We could have had a hotel.
Yeah. And in LA, now this is like comparing apples to apples, right?
Yes.
The rooms, let's say identical pay per night. There was no comparison.
None.
Like the Ritz-Carlton versus, I don't even know the name of where the place, the Mela. Yeah.
Hotel
so
Mela.
we stayed in, we didn't stay, no, we don't, like we bougie, but we didn't stay anything under there were 4.5 star hotel accommodations for, you know.
So I just think that they have different, my 4.5 star and their 4.5 star, it's just different.
Yeah. So
different.
So LA had pretty much luxury accommodations.
Yeah,
I mean, you got views of the city.
Not for nothing, you can't even get in the elevator to the floor that you would like without putting in your key card.
Yeah, that was in LA.
In LA.
Yeah. So the hotel wise,
it had a purple underlighting going up the escalator.
Yeah, it's nice.
It just hotels beautiful. In there, a patio. The rooms
had everything.
A great view.
Everything. Pool, like luxury gym,
like
full everything.
Notch.
Now, not that New York doesn't have any of those things. We just happened to, you know, find one.
The 4.5 star hotel that we found was.
It was different.
I could look. In fact, I looked out the window in New York, And across from me was
She could see
another
inside.
window.
She said she could see
And
inside
I saw the toilet of the other hotel.
Now this is a 4.5-star hotel.
I'm looking at someone's toilet.
Yeah, so that was a little different. That was a little off-putting.
Yes.
I didn't have to see that. I went to sleep, and her room had the view.
I'm looking at
And like a back alley view of somebody else's room toilet. Anyway, that was in New York.
Yes.
My room was just beyond small. Like, it was just small. I didn't know. The pictures made it look like it was gonna be bigger until I got to the room, and it was like
a game of Tetris pieces.
Yeah.
So anyways, hotel-wise.
Hotel-wise,
LA.
LA wins. Let's go for people.
People.
Or let's say environment. We won't just say people.
All right, environment. Let's see.
The vibes. Go by the vibe.
Vibes. Now, New York, it is hustle and bustle. Everyone's in a rush.
Yes. And
so,
LA gets busy because before I ever went there, everyone was talking about the traffic.
Yes. So are you talking about the traffic in New York?
No, I mean just the people. I guess let's stick to the vibes. Let's stick to both.
All right, vibes. I got better vibes in LA than I did in New York.
Okay.
You know, you kind of get that. New York has this reputation of, you know, like the New York attitude. And I mean, I feel like I found it there. Even as I had to drive, I found myself displaying some of those things. Because you kind of have to just kind of push your way through.
Yeah, you got to be crazy aggressive to be in,
to get anywhere.
Yeah.
In New York, you know, like, if not, they'll cut you off so fast, won't even think twice about it.
Oh my gosh, wait. Yeah, so
I did like the vibes in New York, and I mean, excuse me, in LA.
Yeah.
New York, I mean, I kind of expected to kind of like have that hustle and bustle, got to kind of push your way through. I expected that because I've been to New York before, but I don't like to display that, and unfortunately, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
So.
But LA,
I mean, it was nice. People bumped you. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Oh.
Yeah, on the street.
Like, oh.
So on the street, you know, people were there was actually more. It was more homeless people. Seemed like out and about in LA.
Yes, I do agree with that.
New York was like, it was weird. New York was like a homeless guy. It was in the middle. This is Times Square. He said, "Brother, I don't want any I'm not gonna ask for any money." Now this mind just mad people. He just walked up. He didn't walk up, he was standing at a food cart. He said, "I don't want anything, just buy me some food." But it was still like aggressive. Just buy me some food. Like, he didn't even ask for like donation. He had no sign, he had nothing. He was just walking. He was just walking up. "I don't want any money, just buy me some food." I thought that was hilarious. I didn't buy him food, by the way, but look, I'm an advocate of helping others. That's what I do. However, he was just like, matter of fact, I think he's just used to people just doing stuff for him.
Yeah, it was all in the way he asked or didn't ask.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Kind of like it was just expected that it was supposed to be done.
Yeah, just overall, like, you know, I guess the more of aggressive lifestyle, I guess you have to be in New York. Yeah. Traffic was ridiculous. Like, even if you have the right of way to walk, like the people crossing the street in New York.
The right of way means
the people walking, like, there's traffic nonstop. So there's traffic when you're driving, and then there's traffic when you walk in the street. Especially Times Square, it was like traffic just trying to walk and people bumping into you, and you know, that was it. New York, I mean, LA, still busy depending on the particular area. It just wasn't that, like, it was a little bit more friendly when it came to that stuff. So
I agree with that. I also think that, in my opinion, I feel like the weather had a lot to do with that too.
What? New York?
Yeah, it was pouring.
But then it got hot though.
It was, I know, but it was gray and gloomy.
Yeah. So better weather overall. LA. Now LA did have some downs. All right, let me list a couple of downs. So when we went to the beach, we're standing there. I'm talking to Stevie and Elena, Stevie's brother, and we're standing there. These are my friends, by the way. And like a guy, like, they have Muscle Beach, so there's like some really muscular guys, really fit guys, and I'm like, you know, I love fitness, so anything that has to do with fitness, I'm like all in. I'm like, oh man, if somebody's in shape, this one guy was like 6'7". Yeah. He was huge. He was cut, super brolic, right? Now, initially we saw them when we first got there. It was just the two of us, and then we saw him again. But this time they were pushing like a giant speaker. and they were blasting music. They were literally pushing on a cart. Am I wrong? It was like a big
like
cart.
A dolly or something.
A dolly, and they were pushing the speaker. So the four of us, we look, and they're coming towards us on the strip. We're standing there talking, and then we just happen to be looking because obviously somebody blasted music. And then one of the guys, I didn't hear him. I didn't really hear what they said.
It's always funny, first of all, for you to say.
Okay.
It wasn't the big brawler guy.
Oh.
It was his little friend. It was his friend. I was like, you are too small. Now, he was in shape, too. Don't get me wrong.
He's in shape.
But he was so much smaller
than everybody, all of us.
Than Andre the Giant. Now,
the other guy was like 6'7".
Yeah, he had
Stevie's like 6'2". I'm 6 foot tall.
Yeah, so the guy had like...
He was like 5'10". Nah, he wasn't 5'10". He was like 5'6".
Like he was
like 5'6", 5'7", but he was in great shape. It had nothing to do with height. It was just...
It was funny because the ones that talk trash are always the small
so
ones.
he says...
I think it's because he thought Andre the Giant was going to back him up.
Yeah, they just kept walking. So he when he walked past, he had a little smart comment. Just because, I don't know if... I thought he said, because we were looking... But we were literally in conversation when we smiled, whatever.
You could just turn around, smile, see the music, smile, and turn back.
Anyway, he said something looking or smiling, yeah, and then he said something about come work out. Anyway, just over aggressive
for no reason.
But I think people do that everywhere. But we didn't. We
just saw you guys' competition.
Nah, it wasn't even. We weren't even paying him no attention. Oh yeah, he saw Elena as competition. Anyway, so that was the one thing at LA. Overall, even like whether homeless, you see the street vendors, because we're doing a comparison because we saw both the very similar things in both places.
Both big cities, both have their fair share of homeless. Both have the street vendors. Both have street entertainers and X, Y, and Z. So you could compare.
Yeah. But the beach environment, the environment of LA, as far as I would compare it,
it's more laid back.
But I would compare the beach environment to like Times Square if we did a comparison. Right?
Yeah, because it's busy.
It's busy.
Hustle and bustle.
People are buying things. Yeah.
You can like rent like electric scooters and electric bikes.
Yeah.
Regular bikes.
So if we're comparing those two particular areas, I know the New Yorkers or the people from LA gonna chime in and they'll be mad. But however, LA's overall vibe, I would give a 10 out of 10 for me. Yes. New York, I would give I guess because sometimes, well, depending on we went to Central Park. So I would give it an overall 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would give it 7.
Now in those areas when it's busy and you're trying to drive, I would give New York a 4 out of 10.
0.
Zero. I give a 2 out of 10 for like aggressive taxi cab driver.
Because you guys have street lights.
We didn't have to deal with that at all in LA. Like it was slow down.
What?
Nobody was like angry. It was like some angry.
All you hear in New York is horn honking.
Somebody was beeping the horn for fun. Like a child fell on the ground. And they were waiting to get the child off the thing. A stroller tipped over. A homeless man got his foot ran over. And instead of them waiting for them to get up, they beeped their horn. There was an ambulance and everything. There was a murderer running loose with a knife and the police tackled him down. They still blew their horn. There was a baby who dropped a lollipop on the ground and people were still blowing the horn. There was a bear. There was a deer, bruh. And people, I think I made that part up too much. So overall, what do you give? What do you give out of a score from 1 to 10? What do you give New York overall ranking?
Overall ranking for New York, I'm going to give you a 7.5 because that last pizza eatery restaurant, you got that up.
Vegan food too.
Yes. So, and I really enjoyed this. So I think that would give that part. I would give you a 7.5. LA.
Can't jump. It's my turn.
You were
I didn't give New York. I gave that part. I gave the driving. New York. Overall, you drive it. New York. I give New York 6 out of 10. LA. What do you rank LA?
Oh, I thought you were. I'm sorry. LA. I give LA a 9 out of 10. Only because 10 out of 10 being perfect, but there can always be some things to work out. So I'll give it a 9. I had a great time.
I would give it a 9.5 as far as, I was there like twice in 5 weeks. But you know what? And the other, oh my God, Runyon Canyon,
yeah, that was awesome.
The Venice Beach, Santa Monica Beach.
About that 9, I'm gonna give you an 8.9 because y'all got rattlesnakes running around.
We ain't
You got fox. You got signs and everything.
Foxes.
Foxes.
That was a debate. That was an inside debate.
Fox eye.
Fox eye.
You got foxes running around. You got.
Wait, at least we didn't run into them.
True. But you got trails that ain't got no guardrails. 8.9.
Yeah. So overall, LA gets 2 thumbs up. New York gets 1 thumb up for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It'll talk.
Oh, okay.
So
9.5 for you said?
9.5 for LA.
Yeah. I like that.
Remember. Yeah.
I had a good job.
LA gets a better ranking this trip. So maybe we'll do more things and experiences. I know the New Yorkers are gonna chime in and they about to tear me up. You ain't go to this spot.
There are a lot of things that we did not do.
In a half mile, keep right at the fork to continue on I-380 North. Follow signs for Scranton.
You know, I'm not editing these videos, so whatever comes out there.
Thank you, Samantha. So y'all didn't know.
My GPS
name is Samantha.
Yeah.
My GPS name is Becky.
Elena named these things, by the way.
Yeah,
so, overall ranking for LA, I give it a 9.5. Just because I can see myself.
Keep right at the fork to continue on I-380 North.
Living in that environment, these are not going to be edited.
We need to edit them. It's just us.
It's just us. So
continue for 28 miles.
Samantha, you done? Because you keep talking.
So, overall ranking, LA. If anybody from LA chime in, let me know. Let us know the things that we can do next time we go.
Sure.
In New York, I know y'all about to tear me up, but let us know some things that we can do. There's so much to do, and it wasn't like a bunch of plans. We didn't plan for either places. So this is called a no agenda trip. We kind of just showed up, booked the hotels, you know, and kind of adventured out. Definitely LA was easier to navigate when it came to like what you're gonna do if you want to do choosing at the last minute. I know you need to plan more for New York. We know that now. Yeah, but it's just that overall, man, trying to get from A to B was definitely more challenging. Yes, more challenging in New York, and definitely a lot easier in LA. And it was more fun to drive in LA because you didn't have as much bumper to bumper crazy like traffic. I did all the driving in LA, so Elena did the New York drive. I would probably swap next time.
I kind of feel like that was a little.
Don't you think that was a bit? You're honest, completely honest.
I know, but I can't. The lights ain't right.
Okay. Never travel with your best friend. Look at her. She want more.
Oh,
she want better life.
Indoor.
Where's that?
It's like the indoor swim park or something.
We so super
water park. So sorry. I see that out.
I'm not editing nothing.
Oh well. Let me tell you about this setup real fast.
Oh my goodness.
This is a setup deal.
You don't think that was a better deal?
No. No.
LA, you got to just chill.
No, I did not.
No, you thought it was a good deal until we got to New York.
No, listen. 1, I drove to New York.
Okay.
2, we got to New York. We got to plan that.
Yeah.
When we came back from LA, had to drive all through New York for 2 days.
That's because we didn't know where to go.
No, listen, this is a setup. I'll tell you why. LA driving is, yes, there's traffic, but it's like, you know, no big deal. No horn honking. You know, people walking across the street, jumping in front of you. You know, they just like crawling and things like that. But in New York, they're everywhere. Cars, cabs, Ubers, people, bikes, strollers. You gotta be
greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
So, and now, guess what? I'm driving back to New York. I kind of thought that was a setup. So next trip, I'll drive in LA.
Or wherever else we decide to go on the journey. Who's going to join us on the next journey? Maybe get a van, then we got a bunch of drivers. Because these are no agenda trips, people. Get a nice van. I want to drive. No, we just came from LA. I say drive cross country to LA.
You know, cross country to. I gotta go back to Arizona. I've been to Arizona about 10 years.
But on another note, who drives like this? Look at that foot.
It's very comfortable, actually.
Comment if your friend drives like that, because that is,
it's extremely, extremely comfortable.
Whatever. All right. The video's getting too long. So, comment below. Let me know what you think. If it's LA or New York. I don't know. Who has the best city, the best food, the best people, the best environment, the best driving, the best accommodations, the best hotels, the best whatever? Who's the best?
Who's the best?
And don't forget to subscribe, Life with JT on YouTube right now. Let's go.